Picture this, you're standing at the edge of a mighty river adorned in ceremonial robes, your heart pounding with fear and defiance. The entire village watches, expecting you to step into the rushing waters and disappear forever. But you refuse to move. This is my story. I am Hadniolo, a curvy black African woman with a milk chocolate complexion, 21 years old with long flowing black hair. I wear a fitting Ankara dress and brown sandals. And I was chosen to be the bride of the Ancestral River. In our village, it's an ancient tradition. Every year, a young woman is selected to marry the river deity, ensuring prosperity for our people. It's considered an honor, a sacred duty, but to me it feels like a death sentence. I've always been different. Some whisper that I'm blessed by the spirits, others say I'm cursed. Either way, I was an obvious choice for this year's bride. The day of my selection, I remember the elders' solemn faces as they announced my name. My mother, dressed in a bold Ankara wrapper, wept, torn between pride and sorrow. My father, in his embroidered Ankara tunic, stood stone-faced, unable to meet my eyes. I felt the weight of generations of tradition pressing down on me. But as I stand here now on the riverbank, something inside me rebels. I can't do this. I won't do this. The murmurs of the crowd grow louder as I take a step back from the water's edge. Hadniolo, the village chief, calls out, his deep voice a mix of concern and warning. He wears a grand Ankara robe patterned in hues of gold and crimson. You must fulfill your duty. The prosperity of our people depends on it. I shake my head, my long hair whipping in the wind. No, I say, my voice stronger than I feel. I won't sacrifice my life for a tradition we don't understand. Gasps ripple through the crowd. No one has ever refused before. The chief's face darkens with anger and fear. You risk bringing the river god's wrath upon us all. But I stand my ground. Have any of you ever seen this river god? Has anyone ever returned from this so-called marriage to tell us what it's like? Silence falls over the gathering. I can see uncertainty in some eyes while others glare at me with disapproval, but I'm not finished. I've been preparing for this moment, gathering courage and information. I've been talking to the village elders, I continue. I've heard whispers of a time before this tradition began, a time when our village thrived without sending brides to the river. The chief tries to interrupt, but I press on, and I've discovered something else, something hidden in the oldest records of our village. I pull out a weathered piece of parchment from beneath my robes. It's a map I found hidden in the village archives, showing a network of caves behind the great waterfall where the river brides are sent. This map shows a secret passage, I explain, my voice carrying over the crowd. I believe the brides don't drown or marry a deity, they're taken somewhere. The revelation sends shockwaves through the gathering. Some elders shift uncomfortably, avoiding eye contact. Others lean in, intrigued by this new information. We need to investigate, I declare. We need to find out what really happens to the brides, who's with me. To my surprise, several young men and women dressed in various Ankara patterns step forward, even a few elders nod in agreement. The chief, seeing he's losing control of the situation, reluctantly agrees to form a search party. As we prepare for our expedition, I can't help but wonder what we'll find. Are the past brides still alive? Are they trapped in some kind of spirit world? Or is there a more earthly, sinister explanation for their disappearance? Our journey begins at dawn. We follow the river's course, the roar of the waterfall growing louder with each step. The cave entrance is hidden behind a curtain of water, just as the map indicated. As we enter, the air grows cool and damp. The passages twist and turn, leading us deeper into the mountain. Strange symbols cover the walls, glowing faintly in the darkness. They seem to pulse with an otherworldly energy. After what feels like hours, we emerge into a vast cavern. What we see takes our breath away. Dozens of women, all former brides, are here, but they're not prisoners. They're not suffering. They're thriving. The cavern is a hidden paradise. Lush vegetation grows under some unknown light source. Crystal clear pools dot the landscape, and at the center of it all stands a woman who radiates power and wisdom. She introduces herself as Asha, the first bride sent to the river centuries ago. She wears a regal Ankara gown in deep blues and purples. She explains that this place exists between our world and the spirit realm. The river god is real, but he's not what our village believed. The god doesn't demand brides, Asha tells us. He offers a choice. We can return to the village with knowledge and blessings, or stay here and learn the secrets of both worlds. I'm stunned, but why didn't anyone ever return? Why keep this a secret? Asha's eyes fill with sadness. Many did return in the beginning, but they were met with fear and suspicion. Some were even killed, accused of being evil spirits. Eventually, it became safer to stay here. As I process this information, I realize the magnitude of what we've discovered. This isn't just about me or even our village. It's about breaking a cycle of fear and misunderstanding that has lasted for generations. I turn to my companions, seeing the same mix of awe and determination in their eyes. We need to share this truth with our people, I say. It's time to bridge the gap between our world and this one. Asha nods approvingly. It won't be easy, she warns. Changing beliefs rooted in fear never is, but it's time. You've shown courage by questioning tradition, Hadniolo. Now will you lead your people towards a new understanding? I take a deep breath, feeling the weight of this responsibility, but I also feel a surge of hope. Yes, I answer, I will. As we prepare to return to the village, I know we're about to change everything. The truth about the bride of the Ancestral River will reshape our society. No more sacrifices, no more separation. Instead, we have the chance to embrace knowledge, growth, and a deeper connection to the spiritual world. Our journey back is filled with plans and dreams. How will we present this truth? How will our people react? There will be resistance, certainly, but I believe in the power of truth and understanding. As we emerge from the cave and see our village in the distance, I feel a mix of excitement and trepidation. This is just the beginning of a new chapter for our people, a chapter where we question, we learn, and we grow, where we honor our traditions by understanding them, not blindly following them. Hadniolo was meant to be a bride to the river. Instead, I've become a bridge between worlds. And as I lead our group back home, I know that the real adventure is just beginning.